Hello, and welcome to another warm and very sunny day here at the channel. It's me. Hope you're all keeping well. Now, we have got some more news coming out of Europe, and in particular, Western and Mediterranean parts of Europe, where temperatures have been hitting in excess of 40 degrees Celsius over the last few days. And this is the sort of spell of hot weather that really gets dangerous because it's so prolonged. It's going to cause big problems, especially for those people who are vulnerable, the elderly and young children. There's already been hundreds of heat-related deaths, especially in Spain and Portugal. And what we're going to do in this video is take a look at those high temperatures, how long they've been going on for, and the effect that they could have, not just in Spain and Portugal, but other parts of Europe as well, especially as this weather system starts to move away and we get a surge of even hotter air into France, Germany, Italy, Switzerland, and other parts of Southern and Western Europe. Before we start, please make sure you support us because we're trying to reach a milestone before the end of the year, right? Let's get into it. So, we've had a week of very high temperatures across Europe, The UK has experienced a heat wave with temperatures peaking around 36 degrees Celsius, But it's nothing compared to what our friends in Spain and Portugal have been through, where temperatures have been in excess of 40 degrees Celsius for nearly a week now. And it's still going on. But there is some relief on the way for Spain and Portugal, although it's going to be moving further north into France and other parts of Western Europe. So, let's have a look at this map. This is a map of Europe showing the temperatures today. It's Thursday, July. And as you can see, the highest temperatures are in red and orange. The reds and purples are the highest. You can see that the highest temperatures in the UK today will be around about 28 degrees Celsius. So, it's going to feel warm, but not too bad. In Ireland, it's 26 degrees. It's over 30 degrees in southern England, down to 32 in London. But look at these temperatures in Spain, in excess of 40 degrees in many places. Even inland parts of Portugal, same again, in excess of 40 degrees. We've got Barcelona at 41, Madrid 42, Seville 43, and Valencia 44 degrees. That is baking. 40 degrees for many days on the trot is very unusual. Let's go back in time and have a look at what the temperatures have been over the last week or so. And you can see from this map that it's been like this for about 6 or 7 days. Southern Portugal and southern Spain have been in excess of 40 degrees. So, this is a very unusual spell of hot weather, which is going to be affecting a lot of people, especially the elderly. And if we go up to the north of Spain, we can see the temperatures there have been around 37, 38 degrees for the last few days. So, it's not just in the south. And this whole area here has been in excess of 35 degrees for the last few days. Now, the reason why this has been happening is because of this area of high pressure that's been sitting over the Iberian Peninsula for the last week or so. And this is a weather phenomenon known as a heat dome. It's basically an area of high pressure that gets stuck in one place, and it doesn't move. And when it's summer and it's hot, it causes a heat wave. And this is what's been happening over the last week or so in southern Spain and Portugal. However, this weather system is now going to move away. And let us have a look at what the weather's going to be doing over the next few days. So, this is the forecast for Friday. As you can see, the highest temperatures will be in eastern Spain, southern France, northern Italy, and parts of Germany. Temperatures will be in excess of 35 degrees, And then, on Saturday, that area of high pressure moves further north into Germany, into Switzerland, and into Austria, And we're going to be seeing temperatures in excess of 35 degrees in those regions. Now, the good thing about this is that the temperatures in Spain and Portugal will drop slightly and there'll be a bit more cloud around. So, there's going to be a little bit of a break for Spain and Portugal. But then, on Sunday, those high temperatures are going to rise again in southern France, northern Italy, and Switzerland in the red zone, in excess of 35 degrees. It looks like it's going to stay like that for a while. 35, 36, 37 degrees in Switzerland and southern Germany for the next week or so. Now, this is what happens when you get a surge of hot air in one region, and then it spreads out. So, you get a gradual rise in temperatures over the course of a week or so. And that's what's going to be happening in Germany, in Switzerland, and in Austria, whereas the UK will experience a sudden surge of hot air on Friday, but it will drop back a little bit on Saturday and Sunday. So, it's going to be hot in the UK, but it's going to be much, much hotter in mainland Europe. Temperatures in Spain and Portugal will be back up again by the middle of next week, and by the weekend, they could be in excess of 40 degrees again. So, it's going to be very hot and very dry. And obviously, this is concerning because we've already seen hundreds of heat-related deaths in Spain and Portugal. The number of heat-related deaths in Spain is expected to continue rising as the hot weather persists. So, this is data from the Carlos III Health Institute in Spain. And you can see that there has been a sharp rise in the number of heat-related deaths over the last few days. On Tuesday, there was 2,500 deaths above the usual average. Wednesday, it rose to 2,700, and on Thursday, it's expected to be around 2,800. Now, these figures are expected to continue rising because the hot weather is set to persist. What's also worrying is that most of these people are elderly. So, this is data from previous years. And you can see that most of the people who die of heat stroke and heat exhaustion are over the age of 85. So, this is a very vulnerable group of people. And when you get weather like this, especially when it lasts for more than 3 or 4 days, it's very dangerous for the elderly. There's been 658 heat-related deaths in Portugal over the last week. So, it's not just Spain, it's also been very hot in Portugal. And you can see here, this is a graph showing the number of heat-related deaths in Portugal over the last 10 years. And you can see that it's been relatively stable until 2022, when it shot up. There's already been 658 deaths in Portugal over the last week, and this is expected to rise over the coming days as the hot weather continues. In Italy, temperatures are going to be in excess of 40 degrees in Sicily and Sardinia over the weekend. And that is going to cause problems because there has already been 900 heat-related deaths in Italy this year. And in Greece, it's going to be very hot as well. Temperatures will be in excess of 40 degrees in Athens and many other places. And that is going to cause problems because Greece has been struggling with wildfires over the last few days. So, the combination of hot, dry weather and strong winds has led to multiple wildfires across Greece, and the fire risk is expected to increase as the weather gets hotter. So, the hot weather isn't just going to affect those people who are vulnerable and elderly. It's also going to cause big problems for firefighters in Greece and other parts of southern Europe. Wildfires are raging in other parts of Europe as well. So, this is a map of the EU showing the fire risk over the last 24 hours. And you can see that the risk has been very high in France, in Germany, and in Austria. But it's off the scale in Greece. It's red, which means the risk is very high. And in Portugal, it's dark red, which means the risk is extreme. So, firefighters are having a very busy time at the moment, and it's going to get worse because the weather is going to get hotter and drier. And this is something that we're going to have to get used to. Hot summers are going to become the norm because of climate change. But spells of weather like this, where temperatures are in excess of 40 degrees for more than 3 or 4 days on the trot, are likely to become more frequent, and they are very dangerous. They're dangerous for the elderly, they're dangerous for firefighters, and they're dangerous for the environment. That's all for this video. Please make sure you support us, and in return, I will give you a big thumbs up, and I will see you very soon.